initiatives to prepare the world for the next pandemic following lessons that it has drawn from COVID-19, said Indonesia's finance minister. Indonesia's finance minister Sri Mulyani was speaking to more than 300 key dignitaries, academics and business leaders at the Indonesia-Singapore Business Forum held at the Hilton Singapore Orchard Hotel. The forum, organized by the Indonesian Embassy in Singapore and the Indonesian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, saw attendees participate in discussions on topics like healthcare, digital transformation, and sustainability. In her keynote address, Sri Mulyani noted that research has shown that COVID-19 will not be the last health challenge that the world will face, and countries must be able to meet this challenge together.
Education reform, in addition to our strengthening social safety net and equal. With the current trend of the geopolitical events, we do also see that food become the theme for all countries now. So the policy to promote food estate program in order for us to be able to create a new food production center is being initiated. Whether this is not only centralized in Java Island, which is being recognized as the most fertile land, but we are not only trying to fulfill the demand. Unfortunately.
And to learn more about the Indonesia-Singapore Business Forum, we are joined by Metro Globe reporter Mercy Widjaja, who is live from Singapore. Mercy, this event is featuring a lot of high-ranking Indonesian government officials and finance officials, including President Joko Widodo of Indonesia as well. Tell us about the agenda, but also about the significance and aim of this business forum. Go ahead, Mercy.
Indonesia-Singapore Business Forum aims to promote Indonesia's G20 presidency in 2022. As we're reporting right now, the forum has just finished. Singapore itself is not a part of G20 countries, but Indonesia is inviting Singapore to come to G20 high-level meetings later in November 2022. That's why Indonesia's government and also businessmen came here, and they were telling what we have done so far in G20 forums under Indonesia's presidency. But Indonesian government and Indonesia Chamber of Commerce and Industry used this momentum to also promoting investment in Indonesia, saying that Indonesia is open for investment in healthcare, also in digital economy and digitalization of small medium enterprises, also open for investment opportunity in manufacturing sector, food estate, and renewable energy, including investment in new Indonesia's capital city called Nusantara, which will adopt sustainable concept. Indonesian Finance Minister Sri Mulyani Indrawati said that she is considering to give super deduction tax to those who invest in Indonesia's new capital. This was made to attract more investment in Nusantara, new Indonesia's capital city. Super deduction tax has been applied in Indonesia to some companies that have conducted research and development and also conducted vocational training in their companies. For example, if they are having vocational training, the tax will be reduced by 200% of its vocational training costs and will be reduced by 300% of its research and development costs if they do it. And the super deduction tax related to new capital city investment is still under government study, but will be announced later soon. Krishna.
Right, so you were speaking about the development of Indonesia's new capital city, Nusantara. As we know, the chairman of the Nusantara Authority is present at this business forum. So tell us, is Indonesia planning to attract Singaporean investors into the development of Indonesia's new capital city?
Yes,
Any commitments
Indonesia
made?
is planning to attract Singaporean investment to come into the development of Nusantara, Indonesia new capital city. Until last year, Singapore is the biggest investors for Indonesia, worth $9.3 billion of investment in 2022. Here in Indonesia-Singapore Business Forum, Singaporean investors are enthusiastic to find out more about investment opportunities in Nusantara. After the presentation of the planning and also the progress of Nusantara, 50 out of 175 Singaporean investors are asking about the details of the project, of the investment, what they can contribute, and how about the Indonesian regulation. But until now, there is no specific agreement made for the investment. Krishna.
Right, and tell us about some of the business-to-business meetings between Indonesia and Singapore. Any investment commitments being made so far?
Yes, there are MOU signings during the forum held today, June 14, 2022. There are MOU signing between East Ventures from Indonesia and Morning Coffee for strategic partnership worth $5 million investment to enhance Southeast Asia collaboration between Best Indonesian Coffee Beans with independent roaster and Singapore design machine. Also, Andalin Trade launching the digital platform to facilitate trading between factories and distributors with suppliers and buyers in Southeast Asia. There is also government-to-government commitment between Indonesia and Singapore. After promoting Indonesia's success in G20 presidency to build financial intermediary fund during G20 presidency to prevent next pandemic and to help poor countries, Singapore is committing $10 million investment to this fund. Meanwhile, Indonesia have committed $50 million to this body, and Indonesia right now is anticipating investment from United States and also Europe worth $950 million in the short term.
Right now.
Krishna.
Right. Now, on top of the pandemic, the world is also dealing with a food and energy crisis leading to protectionism. Many countries have stopped exports of commodities, including Malaysia, stopping the export of chickens, which is reportedly hurting Singapore. So any discussion regarding protectionism at this forum and the ways to solve it? Merci.
There is no discussion about protectionism during this forum, but Indonesia is offering Singaporean investors to invest in food estate in Indonesia, especially in Kalimantan Island. But actually here in Singapore, there is no significant rise in chicken price. No panic buying and no chicken shortage based on our interview with few local people. The price of chicken is indeed increasing from 6.6 Singaporean dollar to 7.2 Singaporean dollar per kilogram after Malaysia stopped its export since June 1st, 2022. But chicken price in Singapore is still affordable for local people here. For our information, Malaysia only contributes 34% of Singapore's chicken needs, while Brazil supply almost 50% of the total Singaporean chicken needs in the whole year, and US supply contributes 12%. So there is no significant drop in chicken supply in Singapore. And Singapore, until right now, still has no plan to import chicken from Indonesia because Singapore has a high hygiene standard for food. And Singapore right now is planning to build vertical chicken farm here in Singapore to produce more chicken and secure more chicken in this country. That's all from me. Back to Krishna Sam in the studio.
All right, Mr. Widjaja, thank you so much for your report live from Singapore at the Indonesia-Singapore Business Forum. Thank you so much, Mercy.